Clause 5. Leadership has three subclauses. First subclause 5.1 Leadership and Commitment, and first subclauses has two subclauses. Let us understand the requirement of clause 5.1.1 General coverage in the standard. In this clause, we will cover the requirements of the clause 5.1.1 of the ISO 9001:2015. Here is the reference clause. Here is the reference clause or the other standards which can be useful for this chapter. Here is in this requirement of the clause 5.1.1 depend upon the requirement of clause 3 terminology that are used in the clause 5.1.1. So no mandatory documentation is not required in this clause. External reference standard and documents for this clause ISO 19011:2018 and requirements of ISO 17021-1 can be useful material to understand this clause. Outcome of the clause. This clause enables the auditor to understand and verify the implementation of the requirement of clause 5.1.1 of the ISO 9001:2015. Participant can learn how leadership and commitment can be specified and audited. Further, this chapter covers the quality policy objectives. As per ISO 9001:2015, Management System Standard Clause 5.1, Leadership and Commitment is defined as leadership is the person or group of persons who governs and control an organization, allocate the resources within the organization. Then top management may be defined as those who direct and control the organization. Leadership is the ability to influence the group of people towards a common goal in the strategic direction. It is an important skill in the today's business world. Requirement of the clause of the standard 5.1.1 General. Top management shall demonstrate leadership and commitment with respect to the quality management system by A. Taking accountability for the effectiveness of the quality management system. B. Ensuring that the quality policy and quality objective are established for the quality management system and are compatible with the context and strategic direction of the organization. C. Ensuring the integration of the quality management system requirements into the organization's business processes. D. Promoting the use of the process, approach, and the risk-based thinking. E. Ensuring that the resources needed for the quality management system are available. F. Communicating the importance of effective quality management system and of conforming to the quality management system requirements. Ensuring that the quality management system achieves its intended results. H. Engaging, directing, and supporting persons to contribute to the effectiveness of the quality management system. I. Promoting improvement. J. Supporting other relevant management roles to demonstrate their leadership as it applies to their area of responsibility. Note: reference to business in this international standard can be interpreted broadly to mean those activities that are core to the purpose of the organization's existence, whether the organization is public, private, or profit or not for profit. Now, first we explain what is meant by leadership. Leadership can be defined as it is ability to influence the positive change in the organization management system. A good leader is a person who has several skills. 1. Can create an inspiring vision for the future. Can motivate and inspire people to engage with the vision and mission. Can manage the delivery of the goal. Can build team and coaches so that the vision can achieve effectively. Let us discuss the requirement of clause 5.1.1 that says, now first the question arises, who is top management? Top management is the person who governs the organization. Refer to Annex A image. Top management must demonstrate the leadership and commitment to the quality management system standard by several elements are. Top management must establish strategic quality management policies, directives, and objectives consistent with the purpose and capabilities of the organization and also meet the management system standard requirement. Interviewing and questioning both top management and staff will provide some background to the process of the policy and objective development and the involvement and familiarity of top management in the process. Top management should also be able to explain how the policy and how the objective of the business align and are compatible with the strategic direction. Organization has to clarify its mission, goal, and policies that are to be developed in line with the mission. The objectives are to be in line with the goal of the organization. Planning are to be developed and modified from time to time depending on the situation by keeping the target of achieving the goal. The organization needs to specify the strategies for the year and give yearly targets. This work is to be done by the top management of the organization. The integration of the organization management system is the primary responsibility of the top management in the business processes. If the top management is not committed and taking immediate decision so that the system cannot be implemented effectively. The process approach is technical work and that helps expert to guide the people, including the top management, to implement it. Ensuring that the quality management system achieves its intended outputs requires the clear identification of key result areas for achieving the objectives, preparing the action plans, working as per that plan, reviewing the actions and results, working as per that plan, reviewing the action and results, and taking suitable corrective and preventive actions. The top management is the driving force to educate, guide, coach, remove the obstacles, encourage, review, recognize the performers, modify the goals, and to be a role model in the implementing the systems. If the top management is not committed and does not work as per the system, it cannot expect the same to be implemented by others. Hence, engaging, directing, supporting the persons to contribute to the effectiveness of the quality management system become its prime responsibility. Top management must communicate regularly to the organization on the importance of meeting customer and regulatory requirements. The communication process should define what's need to be communicated to whom, the method used, the frequency, and the means of determining communication effectiveness. Promoting improvement is the requirement of a competitive environment. This situation is arrived at when there is more production than what the customer needs and material remains unsold. Although reducing the production is the logical solution, it is not implemented by the organization as others try to increase the production and enter in their area. In the earlier system, when governments were controlling the total production by allocating limits, the industry could make huge amounts. But the countries which were not having the initiative for the innovation and continual improvements did not develop. So, it is the responsibility of the top management to push the organization to innovate approaches not only for developing new products, reducing waste, improving efficiency, reducing the cost of the operations. The leadership was taken by the top management in enhancing knowledge, skills, and ability of staff are very important for an organization. Not only to improve but also to survive as others are improving. Mandatory documents. Retention of documents. There are no mandatory documents or records need to be maintained to meet this clause 5.1.1 requirement. But when you will go through the requirement of clause 5.2, you will notice that there are some mandatory documentations which take reference of this clause like quality policy, but no direct documentation is applicable in this clause. Practice writing non-conformity under this clause 5.1.1. Standard requirement. Clause 5.1.1 of the ISO 9001-2015 requires that the standard ISO 9001-2015 clause 5.1.1 clearly says that top management shall demonstrate leadership and commitment with the respect of the quality management system by promoting improvement non-conformity evidence during the stage 1 audit. Check the quality policy manual clause 5.1.1 of the company ABC M01 found top management commitment with respect to promoting improvement is not considered. Common mistakes auditor do while auditing clause 5.1.1. Auditor put questions which are irrelevant of the organization context. Auditors start consulting. Auditors start expecting documents and records in the clause where this may not be mandatory. Sometimes auditor start thinking for the option while auditor need to understand the client process and to decide if the client can achieve the result in the management system standard through their own process. Auditors miss to check all the elements for the involvement of the top management, like promoting improvement, providing resources needed. Dear friends, we have now come to the conclusion of this training session. See you soon with an exciting new topic. Till then, goodbye.